Right, boys, back in the garage again, of course, working on the V40. I have quite a few small projects going on. I'm gonna try to finish one of them, and that's gonna be to paint the rest of the stuff yellow. So right here I have a sway bar, and it took like 3 months to arrive, so it never got painted. I never got it in time for like Nürburgring and the paint guy. I did get this one, but as you can see right here, I put 2 tape marks because of my 3-inch exhaust system. This one didn't fit, so I'm gonna need to cut it here and then do like a bend or something to make it fit. And so what I'm gonna try to do is remove the rear sway bar, which is this. It connects the rear suspension from left to right side so that you get more of an equal load. So I'm going to try to remove that. I'm also going to remove the brakes. And in the rear here you can see that this part isn't painted. And that's because I didn't know, because I bought new brakes, new brake calipers, and I thought everything was included, but obviously it wasn't. So I'm going to remove that, I'm going to freshen it up and then paint it so that everything matches. Then here in the front, I'm gonna fix this, like it's a little bit red still, from like paint chipping and stuff, from me working on it. And then also clean it up, make the Brembo logo look nicer, because it's really dirty and it's stuck on there. I'm basically going to try to remove as many of the parts that I'm gonna paint, and basically try to get them painted so that in the meantime I can do other stuff to the car. But also we do have the V70 in here, and if you check in the luggage we have a subwoofer, and I'm gonna do a future installation video on it. It's quite simple. I've already have a lot of the wires hooked up. I'm gonna show you how I did it. And so yeah, that's gonna be for a future video, however, not today. But also some updates on the garage, because I'm constantly improving my equipment, I guess you can call it. I just assembled this little chair, and it took way too long, but that's alright, that's alright. And up here I have a shelf finally, so I can have all of my stuff organized. But yeah, so a lot of stuff needs to get done, of course, but what I'm gonna start with today is actually to bleed the brake system. So I don't want too much brake fluid coming out on the floor, and I mean the system is full, and I'm gonna be removing the brake calipers front and back. And so I'm gonna be using this power bleeder right here. Really nice, makes it really easy and fast to bleed the brakes or do brake jobs. So that's what I'm gonna start with. Okay, so it's bleeding the fluid quite quickly, or relatively quickly. Just gonna give it 2-3 minutes or so, and I think that the catch can will be full. Okay boys, everything is set up. I have the pump right here, and then the universal lid is on. And so what this is gonna do is it's gonna suck air into the system right now. Otherwise it would suck brake fluid, but since it's empty, it's gonna pump air into the brake system. And then over here I have everything set up. So the bleeder valve is open. I put a hose over it with a locked zip tie, just to tie it all down so it doesn't just plop out. And of course the catch can, or whatever you want to call it, is gonna drain in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the front of the car, I'm gonna pump it full of air, and it's just gonna bleed out quite a lot. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to remove the brake line, and it's just gonna leak fluid everywhere. And instead of having that, I'm just gonna bleed the entire system. And then when the new brakes are mounted, I'll put some new fluid in there. Okay, so it's bleeding the fluid quite quickly, or relatively quickly. Just gonna give it 2-3 minutes or so, and I think that catch can will be full. So now I'm just gonna need to remove the brake calipers, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. The brake line, and I'm probably gonna like put it in a Coke bottle or something, tape it up, because it's still gonna come out some brake fluid. Okay, so we got the Coke cans just chilling. Maybe a little bit unnecessary, but never really done this before, so you're like emptying out the fluid like this. But yeah, now we're just gonna loosen up the 2 bolts here and get the calipers off. Okay boys, brake caliper is off. As you can see, it's fucking huge.